and list that there. Now note that once you complete the worksheet, believe it or not, we've made it through the worksheet. Once you complete it, you never mail the worksheet. Some people want to do that. You're going to go online and you're going to complete it. And at the end of the FAFSA, there's this great certification statement. And basically you're promising that everything is true and complete to the best of your knowledge. And you're telling them if you purposely give false or misleading information, you may be fined up to $20,000, sent to prison, or both. So you want to make sure it's accurate as possible on that form. There are people that are going to say, I'll help you do your FAFSA and just pay me a fee and I'll help you do it. I'll walk you through it. And I just want to tell you that all of us in the Louisville community, all you have to do is call one of our financial aid offices at any of the universities here. And we're talking Spalding, Bellarmine, U of L, JCTC. I mean, just at any college in the town, call us and we'll help you do this. And we believe you can do it. And you don't want to pay them because we can help you through. Just a few tips. We've talked about a lot of these things, but you want to make sure you have the necessary documents. You don't miss out on the web. Give yourself plenty of time. Note the deadlines for financial aid. You may want to use just the East Coast time zone, so you make sure you submit it by midnight on a certain day. Use the East time, which is our time here in Louisville. You might want to go in and save your work periodically. Nothing's worse than when you're going through and somehow something happens and you lose your work, so you may want to save it from time to time. And then once you submit it, you may want to print out a copy just to keep it. Keep a copy of your submission page. Common errors, we've talked a lot about these. None of you are going to make these errors because you're aware you're not going to do the wrong year. You will need to do the 10-11 for next fall. What happens is you submit all your data and you're going to get what's called a student aid report. This student aid report is going to summarize everything that is on that FAFSA form. An electronic copy of all this is going to be sent to all the schools. It's going to contain some messages to make sure that you pass that Social Security database, you pass the Selective Service database. And the big thing is it's going to give you the expected family contribution, that magic number. Once you get that in your email or paper, if you don't get an email, what do? Well, you're going to check it. And if anything is wrong, and please check it, because from time to time, like I had a student that made $1,000 and it came back $10,000. If anything is wrong, then what you want to do is make corrections. You can do it yourself, or you can contact the school, and the school can help you make those corrections, and then we'll recalculate the EFC and send it on to the school. About 30% of all applicants are selected for a process called verification. That means that if you list 10 schools on your FAFSA form, all 10 of you are going to, if you're selected for verification, contact you. And the government requires us to make sure that what you put on the form is correct. We have to confirm the accuracy. So if you're selected, you're going to have to do a verification worksheet telling us how many people are in your household, how many people are in college, do you have any untaxed information, and you're going to have to provide us with a copy of your U.S. income tax return with schedules and attachments so that we don't miss out on anything. Once we get this, we will determine your eligibility for financial aid, and we will come up with what's called a package. Each college or university will have a package, and that package will pick up and give you everything that you can possibly receive from what I mentioned today. In institutional aid, state aid, federal aid, and we'll send the student an award notification. Now, everything we mentioned is 2009 tax return information. So if for some reason 2009 was a weird year for you and 2010 is going to be a lot lower or different, you want to contact the financial aid officer and let us know. There are always some unique situations, like a loss of income because maybe you've lost a job, or maybe you had to cash in an IRA last year, you're not going to do that this year. One of the parents has died, or there's some kind of serious illness, any kind of natural disaster. Maybe you have unusual medical or dental expenses. Maybe you're paying for tuition in private schools, or you're going to stop receiving child support when the student goes to college or graduates from high school. All these things, you want to talk to the financial aid offices. Talk to the people where your student's going to go. We love to hear from our students and families. That's why we're here, to do our job. So please contact us. You may have to do a special form. You may have to write a special letter, but we will look at that and see if there's anything we can do to help you. So, just a few more slides. This is to summarize the process. You're going to submit all the forms, including the FAFSA. Check each college or university. Make sure that you haven't missed out on any of those deadlines. Keep a copy of all forms submitted, really important so that you don't miss out and you know what you sent in. Review your student aid report, make sure everything is correct. Then you're going to start getting award notifications from the colleges. Some may just be a little postcard that says, hey, go online. Some may be an email to the student that says go online. Some may be paper. So you want to make sure you get all those and you don't miss out and start to look at that data. Know that you have to apply for financial aid every year. So just think if you had a lot of fun this year, you can always come back next year and we can sit here and do this all again. And ask questions as you go through the process, because again, we're here to help. Just a slide I want to mention. If any of you are in a situation where you have undocumented or undocumented students, and this is a citizenship issue, you may want to just refer that student directly to that financial aid office and see if there's anything that can be done to help that student. We're seeing that more and more in our country, and you want to check with the college and see if there's anything that can be done, because obviously those students can't do the FAFSA if they're undocumented. So we want to see if there's anything we can do to help those students, especially in the younger grades, to help them become permanent residents. If you have any questions about that, you want to see us. When you get your financial aid packages and you're evaluating them, feel free to call us and talk with us. But just know, the biggest award, it may not be the best because you have to compare that with the cost of tuition. You have to look, are there unmet need that's still there? Are there any hidden costs that you're unsure of as far as other fees or things? Check on your direct costs and indirect. And when we say indirect, we mean other things like books. Don't let that surprise you. Books have come up. Grant and loan balance. It's great to have a $20,000 package, but if $15,000 of that is in student loans, maybe not so great. So you want to look at that balance. Terms and conditions of aid offered. This is a big one. If you have students that are offered scholarships at a college or university, ask the question, okay, if this is a full tuition scholarship, if tuition goes up next year, will this award go up? That's an important question. If it's a fixed amount, like $5,000, if tuition goes up next year, does my scholarship go up? Ask the question, what GPA do I have to keep this? And if it's a 3.0 and your student's been doing well in high school, you may think, my student's going to get a 3.0. But college is a little more difficult. Ask the question, what happens if the student gets a 2.99? Will there be a period of probation? Those are the kinds of things to know and make sure you're completely comfortable with. And last but not least, you always want to look at a student's career objectives and look at the type of aid they receive. I have a student that's graduating in May from my school with a nursing degree, and she's graduating with almost $58,000 in loan debt. And that's a whole lot easier to stomach for a student who's maybe getting a degree in medicine versus nursing, although nurses are paid pretty well. But you just want to watch that debt and keep in mind what your long-term objectives are. That pretty much concludes our workshop. We hope that you found this information helpful. We tried to go over it line by line for you, and I will certainly be willing to stay and talk with you all after the presentation, and we'll take some general questions in just a moment. Thanks very much.